San Diego Comic-Con 2015. How's it going, guys? Thank you guys so much for coming to check out Streetpass San Diego. It is such an honor to be up here representing such an amazing community of people. I really thank you. Real quick, we're going to be giving out some really quick Connects giveaways, so we'll have to wait for the you guys can go ahead and give another round of applause for that if you want some Connects. So we're gonna be giving them out really quickly. You know, a lot of people have to do their panels and stuff, so we're just gonna be like we're pretty much just gonna be throwing them at you. So you're gonna have to like run, you know, keep it between 5 and 10 miles an hour. We'll just like toss them into your backpacks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Gabe Valentin, and I am the co-host of a super awesome weekly webcast series based out of Los Angeles and San Diego called The Digital Lizards of Doom Show, where we just talk about video games, nerd culture, and kind of stuff, all the stuff that's going on in independent arts and in those fields. And I was asked by these lovely people to come up and moderate this panel for them. So let's go ahead and introduce you guys. Let's do it. This is Michelle, ladies and gentlemen. So Michelle. This is Adolfo. This is David, Chris, and Hazael. Yes, I was stressing about his name. I was like, how am I going to pronounce it right? But yeah, it's Hazael, so I got it right. So I got points for me. So we don't have any intro music. I was thinking we could all hum like the Game of Thrones song with like Wii U, if you guys are down with it. Like Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii. No. There's only one person in the back. He looked pretty stoked about that, but you guys ruined it for him. So, but yeah. It's just awesome. I think everyone here agrees, I would believe most people here would agree, that Nintendo is one of the greatest gaming companies in the world. Whether or not, you know, you are an Xbox fan and a Sony fan, whatever, just Nintendo has just been an amazing, just had an incredible influence on video games forever. And one of the greatest reasons because of that is mainly because of the community that supports it and the players and the games and the way they treat each other. So this right here, Streetpass San Diego, is one of the examples of why Nintendo has just risen to the top in games. So which one of you wants to describe, David? You look like you really want to talk about Streetpass San Diego. So tell us, for those of you, let's just pretend everyone in this room has no idea what Streetpass is. What would you say?
All right, so it started about like 4 years ago when the Nintendo 3DS was released, and people discovered the Streetpass feature. And of course, they tried to get tags, but back then it was very hard to get the green light to show up on your 3DS. So people started to form like groups across the nation just to meet up and being able to get Streetpass tags. So Streetpass San Diego was founded in 2011, the month of April, with the very first meetup that very same month, gathering about 8 people, and then things were kind of slow to start. The second meetup was only the month of January 2012, and that was actually my very first meetup I attended with my wife. And we were only 5, so it was a little disappointed. But I saw the potential that we could have here in San Diego, being a big city with tourism. And so I decided to join the group as an admin. And since then, we've been growing to the point that we are now the biggest 3DS group in the nation and one of the biggest in the world. And so what we do, that's not for us, it's really for you, because you guys make the community. Streetpass San Diego is all about you. So every month, we gather, and usually we are around 150 people up to 200 people. And so we play on the 3DS, we play on the Wii U as well. We have tournaments, we have plenty of very cool things.
Awesome. Very cool. You forgot to mention that Nintendo also has the best pickup lines. Yeah, you do. No, I'm serious. You guys know this, right? Seriously, if you go to any bar, guys, I'm talking specifically to you. You go to any bar and you say, "Hey, girl, how's it going? Want me to take you to my Mushroom Kingdom?" You will go home. I guarantee. If she slaps you, you're not doing it right. I promise you, you're not doing it right. So you seem like you've been here the longest?
Yeah, the longest. No, like I was not the original founder, but I joined the group. Maybe like 8 months after like it started.
Very cool. Very cool. So how about the rest of you guys? When did you get involved? Yeah, Adolfo. Come on, buddy, get with the program.
All right. So Michelle and I actually started going pretty late into the life of, well, not late per se, just recently, I guess.
Yeah, I would say like 15 months ago.
There was already he keeps track of these things. It was already at like 60 people or so.
Yeah, a little more. I think about 90, 100 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our event, the one we went to, was like 60. Because it was in Chula Vista. A lot of people don't want to travel to Chula Vista. So we started going then, and then we would go we wouldn't go religiously every month, but every few months we'd go, and we always had fun. And then we were part of a different gaming group at the moment that we were not happy in, and will remain nameless. And then we just started, we got asked if we wanted to join up with Streetpass San Diego.
Yeah, we were actually very happy that they were unhappy with the other group, because then we knew that they could join us. So
actually, what right before we joined the other group, we wanted to have like a joint type thing, and the other group, the founder of that group was like, "No, we can do it better." So we had a meetup in which I think like 8 people went.
It sucked.
And I think half of them are here.
That's awesome. Those are loyal fans, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So and then we joined, and we've just been trying to like bring, I guess we were more into doing tournaments and things like that. Michelle's really into like the making like kind of like the visual side of the group, doing the flyers.
Don't shake your head.
He's lying.
Don't shake your head. I saw last year. I saw you guys' anniversary with the cake. She made these amazing 3DS cakes and a Wii U cake. That was insane. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We joined, and we're just trying to like bring what we used to do and try to incorporate it with what Streetpass San Diego was already doing. It's been fun. It's been great. And then Chris and Hasiel have been very recently added, and they can talk about it.
Right. I live up in Ramona, in northeastern San Diego, and there's no street passing out there at all. So I had to find a street pass group, and I went online and I found this group. Back in April of 2013, I came to my first one. About 25 of us, I believe, and on the floor of a GameStop. And just playing, Pokemon and Mario Kart 7, had a really good time, and started street passing and actually getting some tags. So I've been coming off and on for a little bit, and then finally in October of 14, I got my own group going on called Nintendo Nation, and that was something I was really passionate about. I love Nintendo. I'm a huge fanboy. And then a few months later, they asked me if I would like to join their group as an admin. So that's why I got here.
How about you, Hasiel?
Yeah, my first Street Pass meetup that I went to was last summer, and it was pretty good. Like, I was just walking down the street and I saw a sign that said Street Pass San Diego. It was at City Heights. You can see the sign if you even go through Fairmont. So I saw it and I was like, what? Street Pass? Like, there's people who play 3DS in this area? So I just went, and it was pretty awesome. We played
weirdos.
I mean, yeah, I didn't Street Pass before as much. So when I got there, I got like maybe 70, 80 people were there. It was pretty awesome. And then I just started going like off and on also. And then this past March, I joined the group, and I'm very excited because I was like, this is the best job ever. These guys get paid by Nintendo to do this. But then I found out that they don't get paid, but which made it actually made me feel more passionate about it.
You guys are straight up with them, right? Like,
Yeah, we totally. We're like, we lose money every month.
I have to talk with you, Adolfo, after this.
Yeah, we have to sometimes put out of our own pockets and effort. Mostly Michelle doing all the marketing. She's really good. But yeah, I just want to be as passionate as them, and I think we make a really great team.
Yeah, I think so how often do you guys do events?
Minimum
At least,
monthly.
yeah.
Was that?
Minimum once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month we have like the normal event, and occasionally we do like offsite events at like GameStops or we help out with other tournaments.
What's the reaction from GameStop when you guys do events there? Is it usually pretty?
It's fun.
pretty
I mean,
chill, or?
it's kind of cool because they notice the difference. So, like for the Smash release, they do a midnight launch, and when we did our event there, they definitely got more pre-orders at their store. And then when you go to a midnight launch, a lot of times, unless it's Call of Duty or something, it's just people showing up about 20 minutes before, and then just getting there, getting in line, and getting the game. But when we do it there, we try to incorporate some kind of tournament or just free play, having people like have fun while they're waiting. So they have people getting there at 9 or 10 and waiting the whole time. So it's definitely more fun.
Yeah, I recently saw that you guys did the Splatoon release, and tell us a little bit about that. That was amazing.
That was like the riskiest one we've done.
Yeah.
That was actually the place is the only one we've been to that we weren't actually completely sponsored in. So we actually ended up having to rent out the place.
Wow.
And aside from that, it was not in the. It's only a block from here, but you'd be surprised when you tell people it's in Barrio Logan. They just do not. I think it's the word. I just tried to say Logan, and even then they just automatically think Barrio. But
You gotta say Coronado.
Coronado. Yeah. No, you know what I was saying?
It's in Coronado. It's a gala
it's
event.
a little south downtown. I was trying to avoid saying Barrio Logan, but a lot of people didn't want to go to it, and I mean,
But didn't you guys have like a paint?
we still had fun. A lot of people still showed up, and then they lowered the price for everyone to play paintball to kind of get
So
them in
cool.
the Splatoon mood. We played it.
And do you guys have cake at every event? Do you make cakes at every
No,
event?
No.
we didn't have a cake for that one.
You mentioned, David, you mentioned that Streetpass San Diego specifically is one of the largest in the world.
Mhm.
I mean, wow.
We
What are
stand by
those?
that.
What's that?
We stand by that.
You stand by that, yeah. Where do you get those numbers from those that are curious and?
Well, no,
how do you
like
think
we
you
check
achieve
also
that?
like the other like Facebook pages, like the pictures of the like events from other groups, number of attendees, and for sure, even though we started small 4 years ago, we've been growing since then, very like steadily, and now it's very clear that like we average like 150 people to 200 people when like the second group would average like 100 people at best. So there's a clear difference. So we know for a fact, and we are now the biggest group in the nation, in the world. Like we are one of the biggest. We have like large groups, in Germany, in the UK. So like we have very like cool groups, like outside of the US. But as for the US, we are the biggest.
And just to add to that, one of the big differences between the groups in the US and the groups in Europe is a lot of the Europe groups actually have direct backing from Nintendo over there.
Mhm.
So they actually get like more than just we get items to give away, we get like some kind of backing. We have to ask for it, but in Europe they actually full on support the Streetpass scene over there.
Wow. Like financially and.
I don't know,
Like the-
up to I don't know the exact details. I just know they definitely have a lot of backing from.
Yeah, definitely a lot of help. Like for example, in Germany, like Nintendo, like gathered all the groups, like designed their logos, like they have like common events, like on the common dates. That's something that we don't have in the US. Like each group, like is independent, working on its own. When it's very different in Germany or in the UK.
Interesting. I'm sure a lot of people are probably pretty curious too, is how much involvement does Nintendo actually have in what you guys do, or how much you show, or how much information you reveal?
There's a few parts to it. Like as for the events, if it's a game that it revolves, a Nintendo game like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, whatever it is like that, we reach out to them and they send us items either for promotional, for giveaways, for raffles, whatever, or even they'll send us sometimes really cool stuff that we just give to like the tournament winners. If
The other stuff's not cool?
the other stuff is cool, but you know, some of it, like an example for Smash, they sent us like lanyards that we just give to everyone.
Oh, awesome.
We were able to give one to everyone, but then on the other side of things, we've gotten I don't know what a good one is. They've had some good ones, but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I know we have a Smash Fest coin still that we're gonna give out eventually at one
Very
of our
cool.
tournaments, but that's like a really limited gold coin with the Smash logo that was only available if you pre-ordered at Best Buy.
Nice.
We got one of those.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they gave us like the E3 medals for the winners.
Awesome, yeah.
So they've given us stuff like that where we only get a limited amount because it's kind of a cooler item that they can't just hand us 100 or more of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And then on the other side of things, we haven't gotten into trouble, but they can't actually say that they're sponsoring us because they're not. They're giving us stuff. So when we put them on the logo, we always have to ask them, can we put the logo on there? And most of the time they say we're going to check with legal, and then they don't get back to us, so we just use it anyway.
So,
I mean, if they have a problem with it, we'll take it off. But you know, they're sending us stuff, and it's not like we're not putting it on there to say that we're sponsored by them. We're putting it on there to say that they're definitely supporting it
yeah.
and just giving a thank you.
Yep.
Cool, man. I mean, how much, I guess that kind of answers my next question. How much of it do they actually acknowledge, or have they acknowledged you on any sites or anything like
Yeah,
that?
they definitely know about us. We've been actually like on their like a corporate newsletter several times.
Very cool.
So yeah, no, like they know the existence of Streetpass groups, like, and also of Streetpass San Diego. Yeah.
And they've definitely gotten more involved. Like they've sent us way more things in the past year than they've sent before. As far as we're gonna have an event for like that, like the lanyards. I mean, that was like they gave us like 200. Yeah, for Splatoon they gave us a bunch of the pins that they were giving away. So they've gotten a lot better and more open to helping us out.
Really cool. And did you get in contact with Nintendo through Streetpass? I mean, is there like a database that you had access to?
No, there's no database. The database is like if we had a Rolodex, that would be our database. We just have a bunch of business cards.
Very cool. Yeah.
I wish I had a Rolodex.
Well, yeah, I mean, the struggle that comes with such a massive community, I'm sure has its ups and downs. I mean, you guys said, you don't make a profit off of it.
Not even close.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's something that people don't necessarily like know. They usually assume that we are affiliated with Nintendo or that we are employees of Nintendo, when actually we are just volunteers, and with no support from Nintendo as far as money or anything like that.
It's for funsies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No complaint. No, it's just like we do it because we like it. As simple as that.
It's a labor of love, that's how we do it. Passion.
Without a lot of financial support, how do you guys feel you have become the largest street pass in the world? I mean, that's a pretty awesome accomplishment, guys. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
it's definitely not like I don't even think it's like 50% from us. It's definitely like the community's been super great in helping out, and for a while like we didn't have a lot of sponsors, and the community was just donating the raffle items.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just gives the word out, like to invite friends, and then we start seeing a lot of new people every time that are being brought by friends or family or whatever it may be. And the other one is the city. San Diego's been super nice to us. That library space is extremely expensive to rent,
Wow.
and they've just been letting us use it every month for free,
awesome.
just because
Dude,
it's something
keep
for
that on the DL,
That's a San Diego
man.
thing.
I'm not supposed to be telling people that.
I think, like as Adolfo mentioned, like it's everything thanks to you guys, because like you are like keeping going, like, and giving raffles when we don't have, and always supporting us. Like the Pokemon League is always like helping us,
Yeah.
or Peter when we ask him for like the Monster Hunter area. It's
Yeah.
like he takes charge in this area.
Yeah.
So
Even
It's-
some of the bigger tournaments we've had, where we've had a huge turnout, we end up having to ask people to bring consoles, which
yeah.
aside from the Pokemon people are the whole Pokemon League and the fans that they bring are amazing. The Smash crowd is also really good about if you say you're gonna have a Smash tournament, you just have to ask the Smash crowd, hey, we need consoles, and you will get like an abundance of people just bringing a console to play with.
San Diego.
San Diego's really
It's sports.
top notch.
That's awesome. How's your relationship with the other Street Pass communities around the world stuff? I mean, I'm sure you have
Have you seen
contact with
like
them.
Anchorman when they like all meet up?
Is that what it's like?
No, it's not.
You're on my turf.
No, it's not like that at all. I mean, everyone, it's kind of weird. We don't really, we don't like, we don't talk to each other like BFFs or anything, but we definitely all know who we are. We keep up to date with, what everyone's doing. We occasionally talk.
Do they ever come to your events and vice versa?
Streetpass
No, like maybe like
show up
once, because one thing that we realized very quickly is that people are not willing to drive for too long to attend a Street Pass event. So we don't really have people from LA because the drive is just too long.
We have a few.
Yeah, only a few, but not too many people. That's why there's not a big competition between groups, because by default people don't drive too long to attend Street Pass events. It has to be local. So yeah, we know the admins of other groups, we talk, but we don't see them as as rivals, because there's no rivalries to be.
No, that's
somewhere.
great.
Yeah.
That's great, yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Is there any sense in the future, or are there any other Street Pass communities that charge? Because I know you guys don't charge. These are
No,
completely
I don't think
free.
any of the Street Pass groups charge.
No.
We occasionally do the offsite stuff where we help other groups with their tournaments, and they charge, but those are for profit tournaments.
They're just
Or
losers.
just meetups,
Usually it involves a cash prize or something, so they have to charge, and then they're paying for their venue. We're lucky on that sense. But a lot of other groups end up having to pay for the venue space and then electricity or whatever it may be. So they end up having to charge to just make that back.
And also, I wanted to add how we're so different from those groups, because we're not just a tournament. I mean, of course, we advertise, okay, there's a tournament today, but we also have free PlayStation.
Yeah, we gotta not. We
You
always
guys give
gotta
out free PlayStations? You guys hear that? They give out free PlayStations.
stations for
We have
free play.
stations with free plays.
Stations for free play. And also, we have different activities like it was the last event where we had like an amiibo contest. One of the Street Passers just brought their amiibos, and then if you beat the amiibo, you get an amiibo prize. So that was really cool and unique. Another thing was we had cupcakes, which Michelle made. They were awesome.
I keep hearing about these cakes, man. I mean,
Michelle the baker.
So good.
You made it out to some of these events, Gabe.
Wow.
hey, no, I need to. I really need to. No, that's true. That's awesome, guys. And what's the numbers looking like right now? Like, how many people are attending? Like,
I think on average it's about 150. It's always like different crowds too, depending. When it's a Smash tournament, you can expect like over 120 that are just there for Smash.
Yeah.
But when it's other things, you get a different crowd every time. Splatoon got a crowd. Last time we had the tournament, and it got a different crowd. Pokemon League, when we did like the kind of like the unveiling of this year's Pokemon League, that drew a different crowd that was all there for Pokemon. So it always varies, but it usually is very persistently. At least it's at least 150. It's gone up on occasion to 180 or 200 more.
And really, all ages, from little kids, to people in their 50s, 60s, and all playing video games. So it's really like family friendly and all ages.
Really cool. And what about the themes that you guys do for each event? You guys ever argue about that, or
No, there's
like
never
what's
argument.
going to be available? Like, is it
We just
Smash?
peanut butter, like,
You guys draw straws. Are there multiple themes at each event? Is there
We've
like
had-
a
we've had
game
some-
to play, or is there a place to play Smash?
Some events don't even have, like, we've had events where there isn't even a theme. It's just like, hey, like our anniversary was our anniversary, but it was just like, hey, come play random games and have fun. If there's a game that's coming out, right now nothing, September's Mario Maker, but until then we're not really.
You guys are gonna have a Mario Maker
Yeah,
event?
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
I'll
good-
come to that one. The other ones, I'll come to that one.
This month there aren't really any like Yoshi's Woolly World came out already, but
No.
Okay. In the
oh,
UK.
in the UK, we gotta import it now.
comes in October.
Well, we don't get it yet,
We
so
don't
there's
have it.
nothing there's no new game to really showcase. So we're just like the next one's gonna be the indie developers.
Very cool.
So we're gonna have backing from a lot of independent developers for this one. My God, they sent a ridiculous amount of
Oh yeah, no,
free
like
codes for
yeah, no,
games.
it's gonna be absolutely crazy, like the longest raffle ever. You know, like, for sure. I'm not even kidding. You know, like you have no idea. You know, it's gonna take like an hour. You know, to raffle everything. You know.
And yeah, they've been. I mean, some of the bigger companies they'll send like really cool stuff. Like Namco Bandai has sent like complete games, but the indie developers, I mean, they've just like really
Yeah,
like
and
supported
we got
this.
a great response from them. You know, we contacted about 25 developers and we got like 13 positive answers, like with sponsorships. So clearly, you guys will be able to play like many different, like an indie game at the event. A great chance to win, like one of them also.
Very cool. That's so great, guys. For you guys are wondering, is there any questions out there? Yeah, all right.
Peter.
Yuri from Capcom is looking to send you guys some more stuff. So with that in mind, when is the next Monster Hunter event?
That's a good question.
tomorrow.
We actually
We have-
met with him, like this morning, and
By
we
the
got
way,
the same
they also
message.
release new content for it every month. So
Yeah, it's
We need a Monster Hunter section every month now.
Well, last month's Monster Hunter section was very, very unattended, Peter. With you and Max gone, it wasn't a very good Monster Hunter section last month. I blame you. So, for your Alaska trip.
You guys need to get those little Monster Hunter like oasis tents, to hang out so people can like chill. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I also want to get like a caravan, but
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
we wish.
By the way, that was a huge hint. If you guys,
yeah,
that was
no.
a
Well,
big hint.
we've done a Monster Hunter this year. We did a Monster Hunter. We'll do another.
Star Night!
A what?
Do one for the Star Night DLC. It drops the 17th.
You gotta make the fans happy,
Well,
man.
now we can't do it this month, but I'll definitely it'll definitely be kept in mind.
We have
Yep.
to schedule now.
Any more questions? Questions.
Anyone that wants to add?
Are you?
Where do you guys want to see yourself like, in the distant future? Let's say it could be a year from now, 2 years from now, etc.
Like, what would be the ideal Street Pass vision?
Your image for Streetpass San Diego.
I mean, I kind of like where it's at right now. I don't know if how much more it can grow and still be as friendly and comfortable as it is. I really like the way everyone kind of mingles right now when we have the events. So I would say I'm happy with how it is right now. If in 5 actually, it would be a blessing if in 5 years it's still the way it is right now. Just having it like kind of a close-knit community where everyone kind of knows each other and goes on a monthly basis, has fun every time.
Yeah, no, like when I joined Streetpass San Diego, I thought it would last maybe for a couple of years, like at most, and it's been like 4 years. And of course, like the format, like will change, like within the next years, like whenever there is a new Nintendo system out, we have rumors about the Nintendo NX, then we will incorporate the new system, to the events. That's what we did when the Wii U came out. At first, it was only like the 3DS, then it became like 3DS and Wii U, and soon we'll have like a third system.
And that's what's important, that we evolve as new systems come out. We're going to have more people, I'm thinking, that come. So I think that's really important that we stay relevant, that we're always focusing on new games that are coming out and new ways to play and interact with one another.
Well, I'm looking forward to 2020 when we have a Street Pass Comic Con. Crazy. Hall H.
Yeah, right.
Just a dream.
Yeah, then no one will get in.
Yeah, no. People won't even know what it's about. They're just going to be camping out outside.
Yeah, all that family and community stuff will go right out the window, and screw you guys, we're making money now.
And then Reggie's gonna be here.
No, I think one of the things that I would hope for is, the name Street Pass is probably going to be irrelevant if it's not even featured in the next consoles. So I don't know, I still want to keep the name, but we would just keep evolving with whatever keeps coming out. It's really just a Nintendo community now. It's not so much about 3DS or Street Passing. There's people that go that don't have a 3DS. They're there for the Wii U now, or just to hang out. So that would be the ideal future would be to keep doing it this way.
Cool, man. Did I see another hand over there? I guess that's someone. Question? No? How easy is it? Right there?
Amanda?
So, obviously you guys are playing games all the time. What's your poison? What's your game of choice at the moment?
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Not Splatoon for me.
And Animal
That might be
Crossing.
like the
I'm
only
still
one.
playing Animal Crossing.
Wait,
Well-
Animal Crossing? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing like Puzzles and Dragons. It's extremely addicting. Yeah.
No, I've been playing Splatoon. Michelle's been playing Splatoon and Animal Crossing. Oh, Pokemon Shuffle. I play a lot of that.
Yeah.
What about Dungeon?
Oh,
Mystery Dungeon?
No, the Mystery Dungeon? No,
Yeah.
I don't play that.
Does that have a Street Pass? I haven't checked that one out.
I don't
yet. Have you guys
play it.
covered that one?
I don't play it.
So,
You haven't played it? I thought that was like the latest rage. I guess I was wrong.
I'm still stuck on Shuffle. If my card was linked to my 3DS, I would have lost so much money by now. Getting jewels.
How easy is it for, say, someone wants to go get involved with Street Pass?
It's a
What
slow
would be the best way to hit you guys up or contact you guys?
Oh, Facebook. Either we all keep track of the main Streetpass San Diego page, and then we have our accounts that we also keep track of. So we respond pretty quick. If anyone had any questions or wanting to start something on their own, I mean, we've had recently there was a guy that used to come to the Streetpass San Diego events. He moved to Las Vegas, and he's trying to start a Streetpass Las Vegas, and he's asked us a few questions. So, I mean, we're there. We're definitely open to helping out.
Very cool. What would you guys need right now as far as volunteers or equipment or
Just
anything that we
every
guys
now and
looking
then,
for?
we usually ask for it. If it's at most, it's usually consoles to be able to host something where a lot of people can play at the same time.
Okay.
I'm just glad we're not paying that library electricity bill. I mean, it's a lot of consoles.
Is that where the next event's going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be at the library again, and it's going to be just a ton of setups. But this time, it's going to be varied between 3DS and Wii U.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we got some stuff there.
for you.
Is that
That's the next event.
Yeah, that's the next event.
July 19th?
Man, some of these games I've already played, and like
Rumble.
the Rumble, the one with the green and the purple character, that is a really fun competitive game. It's 9 players at the same time, and they did a really cool thing where you can use you use the Wiimote, and then you connect a classic controller to it. One person is the Wiimote, the other one's the classic controller. So that's how they get 8 players on just the Wiimotes and classics, and then 1 on the gamepad. But it's a really fun game. I mean, we're gonna have that on a projector so everyone can play it and like kind of get into it. It's a fun game.
Do you think what you guys have been doing with the community and with the Nintendo titles has affected Nintendo's sales at all, or
I doubt it.
you doubt it?
No, I mean, we might help get like the word out on some things, but I mean, Nintendo's
I mean, as a whole. I mean, the Street Pass, like all over the world.
Just let Ray to
Right.
answer the question, right?
Ray, do we help?
How can we help you?
Do we help you?
Honestly, if you guys do keep doing events like at the game shops for the pre-order, game shops are huge on pre-orders. They try to push it, we try to push it. So when you guys get like a bunch of people there, you pre-order the game, that does help. Every little bit helps. We definitely appreciate that. So yes, it does affect it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure we might help, but yeah, they're huge. They're gonna keep selling whether we push it or not.
Well, I'm sure that it increased the purchases of Mii games. I didn't even buy any Mii games for the Street Pass games until Street Pass San Diego.
Yeah.
I just never thought
If
it'd be
anything,
fun,
that might be
but-
where we help them. Once people have all the puzzle pieces and all that, they're just like buying all the new games to have something to subscribe for.
And that's me with 2 eyes, by the
Two
way. I
eyes.
think everyone knows that.
Everyone knows this.
Me games. Of course it's a me game. I bought it. It's mine. That's awesome. What is the connection on the social media? Like how much does that affect what you guys do as far as like outreaches and stuff like that? Or are the events strictly once a month at different locations?
There's a lot of different, like when we, well, I guess the best way to put it is Facebook is probably the best media outlet we have right now, where you can just invite so many people at once, and then you post it, and when someone puts that they're going, other people see they're going, and then some might not have heard about it, and they will now. Oh man, I lost my train of thought on that one. But basically, Facebook is like the best way to reach out to everyone, and then when we're going to do an offsite event, we use Facebook, and it's the quickest turnaround to get people to know that it's happening. So I mean, we have our monthly ones, and we usually post it out a few weeks ahead of time, but every now and then when we have to do another one, like we'll just post it on Facebook, let people know about it, kind of give it a few pushes, and it helps a lot.
Right, we don't only talk about our events that we're going to have each month. We post Nintendo news and content on our site, usually just official Nintendo news. So, we do a lot of Nintendo pushes, not just on the events. So.
And then we also have a website, but we think Facebook is the way that people have more access to see our content. Like if you go on a website, you see the Contact Us tab, but you never go to it.
Yeah.
You rarely go to it. So I think Facebook is really good in that if your friend is going, then you can see that, oh, my friend is going, I guess I'll go too, maybe. Yeah, so it's more exposure.
When I was doing my research on you guys and just kind of looking up a lot of different events and talking to people about you guys, and even when I first met you, you actually even told me a really touching story of how someone had lost an item. Do you remember that story that you told me?
Sometimes, yeah, they've gotten lost before, and before they even know they've lost an item, someone turns it up.
And that's just awesome. I mean, it's just such a wonderful community to be in. And I think a lot of us as gamers or people who would consider themselves, in the outcast column or whatever, it's just great when you get accepted into something like that, a group where you feel like you belong, and it's awesome. And so it's just beautiful to me to see something like this helping so many people get together, communicate, and share these games and these adventures that we love and connect to us in such a awesome way. I mean, Nintendo has given us some pretty prime products, and then we get to enjoy it with friends that we didn't even know we've had, and we get to make friends with people all over the world. I think what you guys are doing is the evolution of video games and community, and I'm just really stoked for you guys. That's awesome.
Yep.
John. Is there any more questions before we start wrapping things up? Anyone out there? There you go.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious as to the library thing. Did they just? I don't know if you explained it last year. Did they just come up to you and ask you, or you
I
wanted
think
to?
it was
Yeah, so actually it was both.
Yeah.
We contacted them and they replied within an hour, telling us that they were trying to contact us. So it was a very easy deal. The library downtown was not open yet, but they told us as soon as it opens, we want you guys to have events there. So it was amazing because the location is the best you can imagine. It can host 300 people. There is a giant screen, tables, chairs, outlets for the gaming systems. So we've been very fortunate. It's from far the best sponsors of Streetpass San Diego. Just like Adolfo mentioned, it would cost us a lot of money to pay for it, and we get to use the room once a month.
And actually, if anyone is thinking of or has a group that they want to do a meetup with, or have monthly events, or just get together and play, if it's a community thing, you can actually reach out. It doesn't have to be the downtown library. Like Hasiel, he found us because he went to he was walking through City Heights one night. No, just, he was walking through City. He was just walking through City Heights and saw that there was an event there. That one, that month, we didn't know where we were gonna have the event. We reached out to different libraries that had different community events areas, and City Heights was actually extremely friendly, and they were really easy to work with, and they have a nice space too. So if anything, reach out to like the local libraries if you want to have like a
like local libraries, like GameStop, like the store are always willing to have like meetups because like it brings people to their stores, so like they like it, and it's nice to have like events like there. And when we started, like I would say during the first 2 years, like our events would mostly be like at GameStop stores, and then we outgrew like the capacity of the store, so we had to find new locations. But like if you want to start your own group, like in your city, I would start with GameStop.
What were you doing late at night, Haziel, in City Heights? Just real quick.
It wasn't at night.
he was cruising.
That's what he said.
He wasn't there. He was.
No, actually, and then real quick, aside from GameStops and the GameStops and libraries, there's also like comic book stores like Villainous Lair. They host some cool gaming stuff, and they're pretty easy to work with. I know there's Smash tournaments down in the Chula Vista game store. There's plenty of places that are really willing to do something with the gaming groups, just to have the crowd there, and it's usually a lot of places that are really good about it if it's for the community.
Cool. Very cool. Any more
Questions?
I have a two-part thought of like what's the age range of the people attending, because we thought about taking a group to say one of the local brewery tasting rooms where they have also big open areas.
Yeah.
And
So we-
have a big crowd of people
I like that idea.
Yeah.
doing like a buzzed Mario Kart kind of thing. Yeah, I like where your head's at.
I mean, it's the same house that's in North Park, and they have the N64s all set up ready to go.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
I think
Pass after dark.
Yeah, I think just the Street Pass in general, we can't do it. I mean, we attend them. We have the Buzz Mario Kart at my house all the time.
I just love the smile on Chris's face right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just Streetpass San Diego, or Street Pass groups in general, keep everything all ages. So we can't do it we can't do events at bars. Do we attend them? Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the main reason we don't do that is because I'm almost 21, but not 21. So these guys don't want to.
Yeah, we're holding out for you.
Yeah. They're being
Next
nice.
year. In a few months, we'll start doing those events.
For selfish reasons. Any more questions? Go ahead, man.
What's the most popular event you guys have?
Anything with Smash.
Smash.
Well, actually, the one that had the biggest crowd was last August. We had the music event. And that one drew the biggest crowd so far. But aside from that,
it was
any
about
Smash event is
230 people for the music event.
Yeah. But then the Smash events, those like gather like well over 150 every time. I mean, it's like 120 that just want to play. So those are always like crazy because we end up having to like get a bunch of consoles, and then we're always stressing about time restraints. But the Smash always, like that community is always super strong about coming out, and if you need anything, they'll bring it, Like anytime we do a Smash event, there's always what about Melee? And, and we always say, we don't have old monitors, we don't have the game to start with, and there's always like just an abundance of people saying, I'll take it. So, I mean, Smash always brings a lot of people, and everyone that wants to go to Smash is always willing to help. So I would say Smash is like the biggest draw.
I mean, that's what's great about our events, though. It's not just one game. It's not just Monster Hunter or Smash. It's Mario Kart 8. It's a whole bunch of different games that everyone can play what they want to play with other people that play it.
Game lovers, a place for game lovers.
Yeah.
Very cool. And for anyone who, I know you guys have had Red Bull out a couple times, am I right? You guys have had Red Bull?
Oh, Red Bull, yeah. Red Bull's been very kind to us too with a few events where they'll have the Wings team.
So you guys aren't opposed to having other people come out and promote
No, not at all.
their business stuff? So.
I think the library just prohibits us from having anyone sell stuff there.
Yes, of course.
But if Red Bull, the Wings team wants to come and, drop off some Red Bulls for everyone, they usually do that for Smash events. I mean, they have their crowd that they want.
Once Haziel turns 21, you can do like Red Bull and vodka night or something like that. Yeah, so really cool. So yeah, well, any more questions before we start wrapping things up?
Actually, I have one more
Yeah.
follow-up on the Smash one. Have you guys ever had an amiibo tournament, like exclusively amiibo?
No specific amiibo tournaments. We've had where we do we'll have a console set up so that people can bring in their amiibos and then battle it out. But we haven't had an amiibo tournament, per se. We haven't had an official amiibo tournament where that's all it is. We've always had it as in like a side event type deal.
I would take that as another hint.
No, we've had that request a few times, and I know even Nintendo's doing it. So
Very cool.
So yeah. More
I
questions?
see another hand back there. Nope.
Oh,
Everyone's favorite Nintendo character.
all favorite Nintendo character?
Oh yeah, we can't end without. That's like the grand finale.
Well, mine is Bowser Jr. And everyone knows Adolfo.
Yeah, I'm Waluigi all the way.
Waluigi.
Yeah, mine would be Bowser Jr. as well.
Mario.
Mine is Shy Guy, especially in the Mario Tennis games. He just looks like a penguin. It's pretty cool.
That's really cool. I don't have to give mine, do I?
Yes.
Mine's Crash Bandicoot. No. Yoshi for sure. Yoshi all the way, definitely. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and don't run off too fast. We're gonna give you some connects right out the door. So let's give these guys a round of applause. And if you guys have your smartphones on you, please go to, if you have Facebook, it's Facebook/SPSD.3DS, Twitter at SPSD3DS, and Instagram Streetpass San Diego, as well as streetpasssandiego.com. So check them out, go out there, support them, come out to some events, show them some love. They're doing some great stuff for the community, and let's give these guys another round of applause.